My stroke explained. Morning, good morning. Whatever time you're watching this video, I'm on my way. So I'm still in the what you call it, investigative phase of why I got my stroke. So I'm on the way to see, or in fact today I'm having the heart monitor put in. So I guess there's different ones, different types, I guess, depending on what's going on. You get different ones. I think mine is a simpler one. And so that's where I'm going. Seatbelt on. Let's go put this thing on. I've never felt so happier. I'm happy because I need to know my cardiologist already explained to me they're doing some work on my street. Since yesterday they blocked my whole driveway and everything. That's okay. She already showed me my my copy of my what you call it, MRI, and I could see the spot in my brain and where it started and why it ended. I'll share that with you guys, but first I need to go and have my heart monitor put in. Again, I'm told that mine is a simple process, but the only drawback to that one is they're gonna stick the monitor on my chest. So the drawback I'm referring to is I'm allergic to the EKG strips. So whatever adhesive they're using, I may have the same reaction. Don't know why, but I'm allergic to these adhesives that they put on when you're having your EKG. Whatever spots they put it on, I just get into this rash, circle rash on my skin. It's unbearable. So you know what helped me? I mean, it started getting better, but what really helped me was when I went on my last cruise and I got in that sea water, salt water. You know, back home we always know that taking a bath in the sea, salt water, is good for many things. So once I got a couple of dunks in the ocean, they just dried out really good. Anyway, I'm going to see my cardiologist. No, well, I don't think he's the one doing it. I think it's his assistant, because like I said, my procedure is a simple procedure. So that's going to, according to what my cardiologist, my neurologist explained to me, is that maybe I could have AFib. So AFib, if you read about it, it's silent, very silent. So a little bit of my self-diagnosis as to what happened at the time that I got my stroke. My blood pressure was not that high. When I got into the emergency room that day, it was 147, no, 174 over something. I don't remember. But it was not that high. And my blood pressure goes up and down. One day I went into my doctor's office after, and my pressure was normal, 120 over 80. Was I under any type of stress? There's always stress. It's how you deal with it. You know, your job can cause you stress. On my job, I don't think I'm stressed because I enjoy my job. I enjoy the people that I work with. and look for. Is it the environment around me? I don't know. Could have something to do with it. But everything in your daily life can cause some type of stress at some point in time. Is it family? Maybe. When you have children, you're always worried about them, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and do I want things to be going my way? Absolutely. This traffic isn't going to let me get there on time. I try to leave home anywhere I'm going at least half an hour to my appointment time, just because of things like this traffic. So anyway, I'm going to have it put in. I don't know, I'm not sure if they'll let me make a video of it, but I'll see. I'll ask. When you're making videos, especially when it comes to other people, you always got to get permission. So I should be there in 15 minutes with the traffic. It's just, it's not traffic. It's not going to be heavy all through. There's different points on my route that the traffic is backed up. So I'll let you guys know what you guys see. All right. Round 2 of testing to find out where my stroke originated from. So we'll see what happens. And I'm waiting on the technician to come in. Yesterday I was here, I had to come back. So hint, they're trying to find out where my stroke came from and if I have maybe a small hole in my heart. And I'm still thinking positive about this. Stay tuned. What was explained to me is that they're going to inject the saline into my arm, flush me out, and then they'll do the EKG. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I got my mic on. I'm getting a little more techie advanced. Anyway, just in case you didn't know, of course you know who I am. I'm Annie. So anyway, this is it. Where I am, I'm running out of my mind with boredom. But like I said before, when I showed the outfits that I made, I'm finding ways to occupy my time and my days and my evenings in a positive way, in a focused way, even though I've done my yard work using this hand, that hand, the best that I'm able to. I'm not one to sit in a corner and say, oh, I have this because, oh, I can't do this because I have this. I'm going to do whatever I have to do and whatever I can do with my abilities. Right? Right. Okay. So anyway, well, let me sit down. I'm going to sit down to show you how I'm spending some of my days or part of my day. When I'm home alone, especially, and I do not have to cook, my house is clean, my yard is done, I don't want to sleep, I don't want to watch TV, I occupy my thoughts with what? What you say? I'm knitting. Huh. So I'm not holding the needle and the thread as someone with full use, like someone with full use of their hands, right? But I'm holding the thread and the needle the best way that I know how. So I don't know what this is going to become. I just know I want to knit. In fact, I got the knitting basics from my home economics class when I went to vocational school in Dominica. And I think it was taught by Miss Warrington. I think so. She taught us so many things, guys. So I figure, okay, if I can't sew right now, I have nothing to sew or make. I'm tempted to go get some fabric, but I'm not doing that right now. So I figure, oh, let me pick up knitting. So I don't know how my hand was going to be able to do any like a long duration of knitting for the whole day. So I tried a few hours and then my hand hurt. I took a break. I went back to it. In fact, even the piano, I went back to practicing the piano and I'm doing much better at it. So I went online, Amazon, and I got, no, I went on YouTube first to see if I remember the knitting basics, like knitting 101, how you start. My hand hurts right now. It's been hurting. So I looked at the video. I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you start it. So I got my needles. I got a pack of needles. It came with 8 different colors and a whole pack of different color yarn. And I watched the YouTube video that was knitting for beginners. And I went in there, looked at the video. I'm like, yep, I remember that. So I'm not holding the thread and the needle properly, like I said, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Right? So when I'm done with that, I try to walk, try to have my day. This is tight. Spend my day in the most useful way, right? Instead of complaining, whining, doing all those things. So I'm going to put this aside. Today, let me show you. This morning, get closer. See, this is my heart monitor. My heart monitor. And this is it was a quick procedure, like I was trying to explain, the different types of implants of heart monitors. Mine was the basic standard type. Again, they are aware that I'm allergic to the adhesive, but I'm going to try and, I'm going to be very observant with it. If it starts to itch too much, they told me it's okay. If they get like 5 days of reading, that's good. Then that's better than nothing. But I'm supposed to wear it for 14 days. This is the box that it came in. It's called the Zio. I said Zio, the doctor said Zio. So it comes in a box. I wear it for 14 days and then I take it off. I can take it off. But I put it in this box, postage paid. So I put it in this box and I put it in the post office to be mailed. And then I have an appointment for the end of June with the cardiologist. So wherever this is sent, iRhythm Technologies, they do the reading and they send it over to the cardiologist. And then whatever is found, the cardiologist will tell me what's going on or what's not going on. But so I had an EKG 3 weeks ago. Before that, like I mentioned, I saw my neurologist and she showed me where I'm going to put the link, the video in between, where she showed me my brain. It's a tiny two. One is bigger than the other. Tiny dots, cloudy dots in my brain, and also one in my neck, like my thyroid. So when you go to your doctor, your physical, you look at your thyroid and all these things. These are the reasons why. You won't believe how your body is connected. So she showed me, so it started from the left side of my brain, ended up on my right side. No, if it had started on my right side, the left side would have been affected bigger, bigger. I'm fortunate and I'm blessed. So I have to be careful when showering. They wanted to have it done before my cruise, but I cannot submerge myself in water because it cannot be in water. So when I'm showering, I have to shower with my back. So the water will drip down, not to be too much. It can get wet, but not. Also, if I'm sweating too much, I don't sweat as much. I don't sweat too much. If I'm sweating too much, it can affect the adhesive. So I'm going to try my best to keep it intact for 14 days. 14 days comes, I take it off, I put it in this good old box, put it in the mailbox, and I have lots of instructions what to do. It has my name and the date and everything on here, and the time it was put in. So I also got a notification to download an app for it. Um, if I feel anything, I have to document it. Chest pain, if I feel fainted. So the 14 days, you have different days here. They show you how to do it. The date, the time you felt anything. If it was chest pain, you feel fainted. If you felt irregular heartbeat or other lightheaded, wasting heartbeat, shortness of breath. So you document it and what it was, how long it lasted, what were you doing. In their example, I was walking the dog at a park, and that's what I felt. So I have to document for 14 days, the day and the time, and the reason, what I experienced. So that's my log, and that goes in the box, or that also I have to call the doctor if I notice any of these things that I'm doing. Instructions for use, it comes with all of this. So like I said, I have to do the app, and they guide you through all the steps, the login symptoms, troubleshooting, that kind of thing. It tells what's in the package. Blah, 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 blah. So if it comes off, let's say if I sweat a lot, or if it comes off, I call the doctor immediately, and maybe after 5 days it would be okay to get a good reading. But if let's say it comes off tomorrow, I have to call the doctor, notify them, and then they can put another one. So so this is my, guys, you won't believe this. When I went to my appointment this morning, this thing is done so often. You will not, I didn't realize, if it's like almost, when I checked in, it was like 3 people came after me stating the reason that they were there to put a heart monitor. So it's done pretty often. And I can ship it, just tell you how to ship it and everything. So this is my heart monitor. Beep, 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 beep. You see this mark right here? This is one of the wronged leftover marks from my EKG adhesive allergic reaction. It's dried up now, and sooner or later it's going to be blended into my skin. I know this because I had it done before. It happened to me 2-3 years ago. All right, so this is an update. So like I was saying, I had an EKG done. And then that was on a Thursday. I was called back on a Friday because the cardiologist wanted to do a more advanced EKG, which includes what they call a bubble. So there's 2 of them, the technician who is doing the EKG, and a nurse comes in with a needle with a syringe with a specially made for that type of EKG. They insert the syringe, the needle, into my arm. And when the technician is ready, she gives her the go ahead. I take a deep breath and she insert whatever solution. It's like as she's reading, the other nurse is injecting while I'm holding my breath, and she's reading to see if I have a hole in my heart. So that was the purpose of asking me to come back for this special part of the EKG to detect if I had a hole in my heart, even if it's a small hole. I do not have, fingers crossed, I do not have a hole in my heart. So that took care of that part. Like I said, I'm being investigated as to how my stroke, because I do not have, I'm young, I'm active, I would say, I'm diabetic, yes. My cholesterol is really good right now with medication. I eat right, I eat okay. So that's why I think my stroke is maybe contributed to some type of stress, right? I try to keep myself calm. I pray. I listen to music. I don't get upset about people and their negativity. That's not for me. So, it could be in my genetics. I don't know. So I'm still being investigated as to where my stroke and why my stroke started and why I got the stroke. But thankfully, again, I am thankful to God, first of all, first and foremost, that it's this hand. This finger is still on the cruise ship. Didn't want to come home because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. My writing is getting better. It's still funky. My mind is telling me to write ABC, but my fingers is saying to write DEF. My piano playing I'm so happy, is much improved. Again, this finger will not touch the note that I wanted to touch, so I just use the rest of my fingers. And that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. So my hand hurts. That's the new thing now. My hand hurts when I use it too much, or my grasp is weak and painful. Um, I lift with my hand. So if you see me with a pocketbook now, it's something that can go over my crossbody pocketbooks. I don't have to use my hand, but I would like to use my hand. I'm happy I was able to do my yard. So that's about it. And I'm doing my knitting. I'm so happy for this. When everybody's gone, or even when my quiet time in my room, I just sit and do something constructive with myself instead of being in a one party pity party. I don't do pity parties. I move on. And I must say, I don't do pity parties, but I'm human, right? So when I think of me having the stroke, I do get emotional. I cried once in the hospital and once when I came home. That's it, But then I know your emotions can play tricks on you, so you have to be very careful with how you deal with it. I don't want my body to be so stressed as to worrying about things. I'm more focused on getting better. And I've told myself that if I do not get 100% better, I'm still okay with that, right? I'm able to do so much, still, so much. Cook, clean, tend to my yard, attend to Miss Harriet, who gives me an egg every day. Practicing the piano, picked up knitting, drive, walk. I go for walks. So you got to be careful, guys. Guard your heart, guard your brain. The brain is the most important part of your body. And I'm going to repeat myself, take care of your brain. Your brain is like a conductor, a symphony conductor. A conductor will tell the trumpet, the violinist, the drummer. That's what a conductor does. The conductor of the train will direct the train when to stop and how to stop and where to stop. The brain conducts every part of your body. So the occupational therapist, because I was asking her, how come I'm getting pain in my hand, right? So the occupational therapy will help me to move my hand and do things with my hand, right? And I was asking about my writing. She said there's certain parts of your brain that will lean towards the pain that you're feeling. Certain type of different parts of your brain will tell you, okay, well, like your brain will tell you if the stove is hot, don't touch it. That's a function of the brain. It's like walking. So everything that your body does, the thought process, the feeling, everything that you're doing with this body that you have is controlled by your brain. Your brain will tell you to hate somebody for no reason, just as your brain will tell you to love somebody for many reasons, right? So this is me, Anna, Mrs. O, signing off. I got to go see Mama because she already called me. Are you coming here today? Even if I have to walk, I've walked there sometimes when it's nice. And so I got to go see Mama. And I will, in the next 2 weeks, no, by the end of June, I know for sure what's going on with my heart, based on my monitor. Ha. Anyway, that's it for now. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Love your body. Take care of your body. Right? Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Go ahead.
the stroke is here and
Mhm.
here. This is called the hand knob. So this is it's called the hand knob because in the brain it's like a little curve
So
like
is this
that.
the right side
And
of
this
my
is the
brain?
left side of the brain.
Side
left
of my
side.
brain. Okay.
The left side affects the right hand. And so this is the area that controls motor function of the hand, and that's right where your stroke is.
Ah.
And if we scroll down, there's another little dot there.
Right.
And that's it. Everything else is the bottom. That's all normal. So it's just one
tiny little white.
That's the one that's
white
caused you
dot.
symptoms, but you see it was one clot that kind of lines up here.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay.